Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to the studio, people. It is Jason Gooner, and we are back for the second leg of the Concacaf Champions Cup round of 16. Yes, it is Mount Pleasant hosting LA Galaxy at the National Stadium. We were here last week and we had the first leg. That first leg ended 3-0 in favor of LA Galaxy. And we know of the issues that the Mount Pleasant team would have had getting some of their players over to the game. And tonight they should have their full complement back. And we'll see how much of a difference that makes tonight. We did see footage as well of Marco Reus, the German international, back in the ranks. So he should be involved tonight. Don't know if he will be starting, but we'll get the starting lineups on the screen momentarily. Of course, you know we are on YouTube, people. So on YouTube, the best way to support the channel is to do the things you see on screen right there. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. And then by then we'll have a lot of people here and we can enjoy the football together. Yes, people. So you know my style, we're gonna get the information on the screen. The game is on FS2 tonight, Dr. Dan. FS2, if you're in the States, and I believe you are, it is on FS2. If you're in Jamaica, I believe it should be on ESPN. That's what it was on last time, at least. So I don't see why it would change. But if I get confirmation otherwise, I will let you know. Let me get my channels sorted out. People been watching football all day. The Reggae Girls fell 1-0 to Costa Rica today in their second game of the U17. Tough game, tough game. Keeper going down multiple times for Jamaica, but soldiered through it. And in the end, Jamaica couldn't find the goal. They came close to hit the crossbar, did a lot of things, but did not quite get the goal. No, it's at 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock. So I have about 50 minutes. Yeah, FS2 is golf right now. Let me see. That should change eventually. Let me see. Or is it FS1? Okay, it's FS1. It's FS1. My bad, Dr. Dan. FS1. FS1. Yeah, live South Africa round 1. Yeah. But, okay, yeah. So it's FS1. FS1. Could I swear I saw FS2 earlier, but this was wrong. Yeah, FS1. It's on FS1. All right, let me get to the media hub now and see if I can find the matchups. The lineups. Let's see if we get the lineups. Where are we at here? LA Galaxy, Mount Pleasant. So don't have the lineups yet. We don't have the lineups as yet, people. We'll keep refreshing the page. Let's see if we can see it this way. Matches. Not yet. All right, so we don't have the lineups yet there. Let me see if it's on here. Usually Concacaf has been first so far. Roma Bologna in extra time. Wow. Jonathan Rowe scored today. Leon Bailey scored today. First in a while, Leon. Lineups. Okay, we have the confirmed lineups on SofaScore. So let's get that going. Mount Pleasant Wish. Yeah, it's going, speed will be on right up until the game at 7 o'clock, basically. All right, let's let me get the lineups on screen for you people. SofaScore has it. So here's the lineup for Mount Pleasant. Shaquan Davis gets the starting goal. We saw Tafari Chambers in the first leg. That didn't work out very well, I thought. Did make a lot of saves, but I think caused some problems to his own defense with some of his handling. Needs to parry away from danger a bit better. Then on the back line tonight, I think I will clean up what SofaScore's messes on the screen here. So Demario Phillips will play the right back role that will invert a lot and help out in midfield with Clifford Thomas, who will play number 6. But Phillips should be where Irving is on this graphic. Cummings, I think, will slide to the left-hand side of the defense. Ming will be beside Demario Phillips at right back. Then the left back will be Gadale Irving, his more familiar role. He played right back in the first leg. I think he'll go back to left back in this next game. Then in midfield, we'll have Anglin and Howell partnering Clifford Thomas. I think Anglin will be more of the box-to-box, and Howell will have a bit more license to get forward. And then on the forward line, it's going to be interesting. What they could do as well, it could be more of a 4-4-2 system, with Marshall and Howell being the wider players in the system that can also play a bit narrow, try to condense the pitch when they're out of possession. That could be a strategy as well, with Warner Brown and Edwards as the 2 strikers. But it's going to be interesting, though, if it is indeed a 4-3-3, will Edwards or Warner Brown be the one asked to play wide? That's going to be the interesting part. Or is it a case where they'll expect an attack for Edwards and Brown to get a little more central and allow the space down the left for Irving to get forward? You know, he's a threat going down that left side and whipping in crosses. So there's a lot of different ways tactically that Tapa Whitmore can decide to run it. So that's what's going to be something interesting to see when the game starts. Which of these tactics will Tapa Whitmore try to employ? We know that they need goals. They're down 3-0. But, you know, let's see. Tapa is more known for the measured approach. But tonight he's going to have to go looking for some goals. So let's see how he plans to do that. Then on the other side for LA Galaxy, we have basically the same players we saw in the first leg. The only change, it looks like Glesnes will not play. On the back line will be Maya Yoshida, the veteran EPL former player, played all over the world, actually. I believe he's like in his late 30s now, 38 or so. Let's see. Yeah, 37 years of age. Maya Yoshida did not play in the first leg, but he does come into the action now in this one. Like I said, he's been a world traveler. You know, Southampton, Sampdoria, Schalke, and now LA Galaxy since 2023. And now at 37 years of age, he is... Hold on, where did I go? Yeah, now at 37 years of age, he's a veteran, and we'll see how he holds up on the turf tonight. But quality player, reads the game very well. Obviously not the fastest at his age, but yeah. Yeah, man, Bailey with the goal. We say after him score, him start to some chippy things. Yeah, him go on the right and turn the brother twice, get a cross in. Hopefully that confidence can continue. Get a next contribution for the weekend. Forward to Jamaica full of confidence. And then head off to Mexico, you know? That's the hope. Yeah, so Maya Yoshida gets the start today. Hawk, we saw him in the first leg. Nelson, tidy player down the left-hand side. Cuevas was dangerous down the right-hand side for sure in that first leg. He will look to do the same in this one. My baller from the first leg, though, number 6, Serio. Man, lock the middle. Winder as well. Workhorse, always there. But Peck, definitely the danger. Had a hat-trick in the first leg. And, yeah, if Mount Pleasant get anything out of this game tonight and get the result they need to force extra time or to turn this game around, They'll have to make sure that Peck is much more quiet than he was in the first leg. Sanabria will play just in behind Class, very comfortable dropping down deep into the midfield and holding possession as well. And then Harbour Miller, who came on, wait, I think Peck had 2 goals because Harbour Miller definitely scored a goal. So yeah, Peck had a brace. My bad. I'm saying he had a hat trick. No, he did have the hat trick. So what did this? Oh, him score and then they had to take it away. Him score and they took it away. That's what happened with this guy. That was supposed to be. It was going to be 4, and then it was offside or something. Handball. It was handball. That's what it was. When the big Santa Claus guy hands the ball. Yes. All right. So he gets to start though. Looked dangerous when he came on, in the first leg. I think who did he come on for? I have the list here. He came on for Eric Tommy in the first game. Yeah, so Harbour Miller gets to start. He's only 18 years of age. So look out for Harbour Miller. And then Klaus had a terrible game, Joe Klaus, in that first game. Ridiculous stats. You look at the shooting, negative everything, dribbling, negative. 16 shots, 3 on target. The man missed 6 big chances. Like ridiculous misses as well. I think his XG, or his XG. Let me see. I don't have it. Okay, here we go. I don't have it. Yo. I don't know why I don't have it, but trust me, the man missed 6 big chance, people. So you can imagine what his personal XG was. But anyway, he's back again starting. Let's look at the benches now, because we know Mount Pleasant, all right, from the first game, so them change out the keeper, them bench jump. And then bench Dyer. So 1, 2, 3 changes from the first leg starting lineup. 4 changes from the first leg starting lineup. On the bench now, Tafari Chambers, Jaheim Douglas, who was on the bench as well in the last game. Peterson Pierre, one of the players that wasn't able to make the trip. He came over from Real Hope. And if he appears tonight, it will be, I think, his first appearance. Somebody let me know that's watching the Premier League. Maybe he has made a JPL appearance already, but that's Peterson Pierre. Then we have Owen Jump, who started the first game. Daniel St. Fleur also came over. He's another midfielder, 26 years of age. Krista J. Daly, number 23. Judy Johnson, another one, couldn't travel. Interville as well. Daniel Green is another one that loses his place tonight. Warner Brown goes in for him. So it's really 5 subs into the starting lineup from the first leg. Sorry, missed that one. Kimoni Bailey, another one that lost his place. Campbell and Bradford came off the bench in the first leg. If they play, they will be doing the same tonight. As you can see on the LA Galaxy side, just 2 players. It looks like Glesnes did not even make the trip. Don't see him on the bench. But you do see Marco Royce there. So look for him to maybe get a game in the second half. Eric Tommy, the only one you see there that would have started the first leg and starts this one on the bench. All right, so Ricky Puig out right now. Definitely a miss for LA Galaxy. But that is the lineups right there, people. What you guys think? Do you like the lineup from Tapa? Based on what you see on the bench, do you think he could have done some things differently with the starting lineup? Are you surprised by anything? And do you think that one of Warner Brown or Raheem Edwards will be playing wide? Or do you think it will be more of a 2 up front system? Let me know, people. Let me know. I tend to think when they're attacking, you're going to see them get closer to each other. So they're going to be a little more narrow. But we shall see. star. Yeah, man, take it to Mexico. Up. Football one. What is up, my G? Hope everything is well. Bless up Jagans in a building. Yeah, man, big up. Members link up. Big up Joseph Brown. Yeah, man, we're there. We're there for the second leg. We did the first leg, so whenever they want to abandon it, even though hot tree love, you know. It's looking bleak tonight. Last week, the people them run out excited, you know. This tonight now, the excitement kind of gone, but it's all right. We're still there for see what go on. I think basically them going to have to play flawlessly, you know. Them just going to have to play out of them skin. Play out of them skin, you know. All right, let me see. Maybe I can click on it now. Nope. Cha-cha. How about game notes? Bologna going out. John, through me there, have the channel queue up. Me there, I watch the racing. You know. I'm go to the thing and see what I go on. Go to the game. People, make sure now locate the like button. You know, want the likes to match up to the views, people. If that ever happened, that would be excellent. Probably impossible though. But hey, can dream. Four three. 5-4 pound aggregate. The game not done yet, man. Roma can find something. You never know. Not familiar with the Mount Pleasant side, but it's the starting lineup. Some of the missing players that did not travel last week. Well, Anglin, Cummings, and T. Clifford or Clifford Thomas. They couldn't travel last week, so that's three players for sure that probably would have started if they could have traveled. I think Shaquan Davis was there, but they chose to start Tafari Chambers. Boy, Roma look like them not gonna score for real, you know, brother. Can't connect 5 pass. All right, let me show you guys something. So this is the post-match report from the first leg. So it gives some nice little facts. Tetsa Glesnes is the first player in the current Concacaf Champions League to surpass 300 attempted passes. Mount Pleasant is looking to become the first Jamaican team to earn 3 points and score against a US team since Montego Bay United tied 3-3 with DC United in the 2015 group stage, also at home. All right, so there you have it. Some people ever wondering what's the best result of a Jamaica Premier League team against an MLS team in this competition? Well, it's a 3-3 draw with Mobe and DC United in 2015. Here's a stat of the teams still in contention in this edition of the Champions Cup. LA Galaxy has made the most switches of play in the tournament with a total of 14. 7 of these were successful. And look at this last fact, people. And one of the main reasons I put this up, because I was laughing so hard when I read this yesterday. Mount Pleasant is the team with the highest proportion of long passes in the 2026 Concacaf Champions Cup. Jamaican side played 29% of its passes over a distance of 32 meters or more. So we, more than any other team in the Champions Cup proper, go along the highest percentage of the time. Yeah, man. Then them give some more stats. Let me see. Hold on there. Hold on, people. May I look for? Okay, yes. So I give you the extended stats. Discipline. So it's nice, and I give you the full little layout. Goals, all of this stuff. Crossing percentage in the match. 3 total crosses. Galaxy made how much? 60? In no way. Man, them cross the ball 60 times. Oh, that's total in the whole tournament. All right, cool. Come I said, Chano. Yo. All right, so this is the last match tactical lineup for Mount Pleasant. So you see how they had it set up. I left foot at right back. I had to kind of do it that way because the bench, let me see. I guess I could have played Earl at right back, maybe. Play Jaheim Douglas in midfield with Jump and Hoyle, but then you don't have anybody senior in there. At least Phillips would have had a little more experience, but if you play Phillips at right back and invert him kind of play the same role, and then you don't have to move Irving. You can play Bailey high up the pitch. So hindsight is always 2020, but just trying to think of maybe some other ways him could have tackled the whole lack of players thing in certain areas. But that was the tactical outlook on the day. Oh, sorry, I never bring it to this screen. My bad. So yeah, that's the tactical outlook right there, like I was saying. And this was the last game. Yeah, this was in the last game. Moving along now to the next page, that is the tactical outlook in the last matchup. Tactical setup for LA Galaxy. 4-2-3-1, pretty standard. Sanabria had a lot of freedom. He would sometimes drop deeper and make it a 3 in that midfield area. Leave a bit more space for Peck to roam. He came central sometimes. Tommy as well. So a lot of freedom and interchanging going on in that 3 behind the striker. And even Klaus, he would drop deep at times too. So they don't mind to overload and crowd that midfield area. This is the stats now for the players. So you have Mount Pleasant, give you how many passes they attempted, what their accuracy was, very, very thorough statistical analysis of everything. And this is the type of level, people, that I think somehow, some way, we need to get the JPL to this level where, as a scout, as an analyst, you can go and look at what the players have done in each and every game, right? And you can see what their passing accuracy is in the different parts of the field, opposing half, your own half. You just want to be able to have as much data as possible on some of these players, because at this moment, it's kind of difficult to see all the JPL games. They put clamps on and viewing it, outside of the official means like the JPL YouTube channel, and they only have one game per week, out of the 7 that would be played. So, and not even talking about the midweek games. I don't know, has there been filming of this midweek set of fixtures? Like, was there a game on today that I didn't know about? Let me know, people. But this is like the standard, you should try to get to somewhere like this, where you can see the amount of touches each player have, pass attempted, like I said, accuracy, crosses, duels and duels percentage, because these are the type of things that people that want the information on the players will be looking for. Galaxy, the same thing. It's another one that I really like. They give you a graphic on the last 3 matches of each team. Now, of course, Mount Pleasant only has that uh, tactical setup against LA Galaxy in the first leg, because clearly they're only using the games in this competition. So for LA Galaxy, they'll show you how they lined up in their 2 legs versus San Miguelito, maybe to try and get an idea of how they would look away from home versus at home. And you see a little slight difference in how they set up in that first set of games against San Miguelito. Tonight, they saw no need to really change anything tactically, just one change. Yoshida, well, 2 changes. Yoshida in for Glesnes and Harbour Miller in for Eric Tammy. So that is it. But I really like that one. I like the idea of that. Again, more detail that they give you, just showing you like how the attacks. Okay, just giving you some statistical data. Galaxy goals. When they score their goals, what time of the game. So Mount Pleasant, not much going on. But you see they conceded 2 in the last 15 minutes. Tapa will want to clean that up, and 1 in the first 15. So you got to start the game better, Mount Pleasant, and you got to finish the game better, Mount Pleasant. That's when you conceded all of your goals. Bologna is through. They can celebrate on Roman's pitch. Shooting accuracy and conversion. All kind of stats. Set piece goals. Who there at the top? Arsenal. Possession stats. LA Galaxy lead the way. 76%. Wow. 72.5 for the whole thing. Passing opposition half. Mount Pleasant down near the bottom of everything in the passing stats. Defending. Two yellow cards. Goals and assists. Chances created. And the Galaxy leading shots. Passing, everything. Tafari Chambers make how much save? 9. Wow. Expected goals, 0.2. Mount Pleasant struggling. So yeah, you see all these stats, all this data. That is the level, people. That is the level. We can reach there. Why not? But yeah, I always find those things fascinating. They put them out on the media hub for Concacaf, and that is really a place where I like to go and get stuff and see what's going on. They give you the game notes, they give you the post-match reports from the games that played before. It's always good to go and read those, So I love that they put those out. Let's see if they have the actual match cards out. We're about 20 minutes away, people, so we'll soon get to some action very shortly. Just look on that a while ago. Post-match. Game notes, starting lineups. Still not there yet. Alright, can go back to this now then. So people dropping the score predictions for the game tonight, no? What do you guys think? I think it's gonna be worse than the first leg, better than the first leg scoreline wise. What do you think? Let me know, people. Let me know in the comment section. Dropping the score predictions in the comment section. Yeah, man, let me know what you guys think the score gonna be. Who ready for the Reggae Boy squad for drop tomorrow? See what I'm in the Canada drop 7. 4 love. USA have them under 9. Puerto Rico have Bermuda 7. Results from today. Jamaica falling 1-0. A wonder strike from Panaguia. Big goal. Big goal with the left foot. Jamaica came close, almost scored their own left foot stunner, hit the crossbar. Very unlucky. That would have put them up 1-0 actually at the time. But again, lineups. I'll clean it up for you. Irving left back, Phillips right back, Cummings and Ming centre backs, Howell, Thomas, Clifford, and Joshan Anglin in midfield, and then Marshall, Edwards, Brown should be the front three. No, but the Roma keeper are good. All right, let me get back on track from the foolishness. Wahaha, wagwan. Jagan says same as last week, so 3-0 to LA Galaxy. All right, I could see. Bless up, Duke. Wagwan. taking a break from the madness, Match a play is a good distraction from all the craziness going on right now. Bless up Wahaha, big up yourself, man. Respect for the strength. Hope all is well with you, my G. But they have to watch Mount Pleasant versus LA Galaxy, See if we can have any improvement. Them say that the game playing at Draxall football field, but I don't believe that's the case. I think they're gonna be playing. They're gonna be playing at the National Stadium tonight. But I think if it was at Draxall, man, hey, Wahaha, I wouldn't expect you to heard of Mount Pleasant before. They are. I wouldn't expect you. Because they're just in the Jamaica Premier League, so you have no reason to know about them. I would know about them. Yeah, they're Jamaican. I would know about them because I know about Jamaican football. But they lost 3-0 away to LA Galaxy in the first leg, and now they're hosting in the second leg. And well, Wahaha, I think, where are you, Wahaha? You're in America? Apart from Jamaica, which international team do you support? You know, asked me this earlier, brother. You tell them. Tell the people them. Because you know the answer. Away from it. Slovenia. Oh, I knew that. Wow, I knew that. Dang. Well, trying to figure out, like, how could you even see this game? I feel like it should be on YouTube, maybe. Concacaf. Just go to Concacaf's page. But I'm not sure, to be honest. Let me see. How to watch Concacaf Champions Cup in Slovenia. Let's see what it says. Okay, where to watch? Caribbean, Central America, North America, South America, rest of the world. English, YouTube, Dash region, all languages, sport digital. So yeah, YouTube or sport digital, I guess. Any of those things ring a bell? Well, I know YouTube does because you're on YouTube right now. But yeah, I think that's why I figure YouTube would probably be your best bet still. Yo, Andrew, the match is in about 12 minutes. Depending on your location, there's many different places to watch it, but if you're in America, it's on FS1. Yes, on FS1 if you're in America. In the Caribbean, it's on Disney Plus or ESPN2. Central America, Disney Plus, ESPN2. North America, in Canada, in One Soccer. Mexico, it's on Fox 1 or Tubi. United States, FS1. Spanish, yeah, it's on TUDN or Unimas. South America, Disney Plus. Rest of the world, YouTube, Concacaf channel, Sport Digital in the Dutch region, India, fan code, India, Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, any of those places, Israel, St. Charlton, Japan, NTN, Netherlands, ESPN, South Korea, Kupang Play, and Sub-Saharan Africa, depend ESPN and YouTube. So they're all about the place are all over the world. I think in the Caribbean, as I said, it's going to be wait a second. Yeah, Disney Plus or ESPN too. So there it is. Why this thing won't pop up, brother? So I'm gonna figure out. Oh, there we go. All right, so I have that. Hollande. All right, cool. So you can see the referee and all them something like I know. Now these games, the refs tend to play a role. So I want to make sure we identify these refs. All right, so it looks like the kickoff time is slated for 7:06. Right, it marks 6:06 on the match card. So that means it'll be a little bit after 7. My time after 6 in Jamaica. I don't expect any kind of large crowd tonight because for one, it's when you compare what would have happened last time we hosted a game in this competition, we were facing Lionel Messi and Inter Miami. This time, the LA Galaxy, yes, a name that we would know from MLS, but the type of fanfare that Lionel Messi would bring can't really duplicate it with anybody. I don't think in the world actually that plays football, but definitely not anybody of the caliber of that on this LA Galaxy team. Marco Reus would probably be the most recognizable name, and even he, I would argue, doesn't really move the needle when it comes to the Jamaican fan base for the most part. But let's see, there are a lot of football lovers in Jamaica, so there could very well be a very good, well, I wouldn't say very good, but a decent enough turnout tonight. And that Mount Pleasant as a club do travel really well. So hopefully that can make it not look too bad in the stadium tonight. So let me get on the screen for you guys. Let me get this on the screen for you. All right, so here is the match card for the matchup tonight. All right, so we do have National Stadium. So it looks like Quincy Williams from Trinidad and Tobago will be the referee. The whole crew is from Trinidad, Ainsley Rochard and Kurt Charles as the assistant referees. Fourth official is from Aruba. The VAR tonight will be Benjamin Whitty from the Cayman Islands. So we do have VAR in play in this one. And it does have an AVAR as well, an assistant, Jesus Montero. So they will be the VAR officials if needed. See the match coordinator, match commissioner, venue coordinator, media officer Simon Preston. Let's see, referee assessor is there, commercial venue, okay. All right, and then we have the starting 11s, which we've seen before, but we'll go over one more time. Shaquan Davis, Gadale Irvin, Fitzroy Cummins, Alex Marshall, Kyle Ming, Jabari Owil, Joshua Anglin, Warner Brown, Raheem Edwards, Clifford Thomas, Demario Phillips. So 5 new starters from the first leg. 3 of those not able to travel at all last week. The bench also looking full. Remember last week they had 3, 4 slots on this page not filled. I think it was 7 substitutes altogether on the bench, 6 outfield players and 1 goalkeeper. So looking much more prepared for anything that may happen in this game based on the amount of numbers you would see in that bench. All right. So it looks like Dennis, the only youth player that would have traveled, Earl Dennis, that is the only youth player that would have traveled that did not make the bench in the return leg. Jaheim Douglas, Owen Jump playing last time, Douglas not. Also, Claver Nugent as well wouldn't have made the bench this time. He was on the bench in the first leg. So yeah, that's what it looks like on the Mount Pleasant side. Then the LA Galaxy, 2 changes made from the first leg. Glesnes, who looks like did not travel to Jamaica, he is out of the team. He captained them last week. This time it is Maya Yoshida. So the veterans on the back line switching places. This go around, Yoshida taking over the armband. So we have Marcinkowski, who keep last week, Yoshida, who I mentioned before, Edwin Cerrillo, the baller in the midfield, steady player. Lucas Sanabria from Uruguay, he's the player that will play in behind João Klaus, the striker. Gabriel Peck should play off the right. John Nelson should be the left back. Justin Hawk should be one of the centre backs. I think he'll play more towards the left side. Then we have Mauricio Cuevas, who was the right back that was bombing forward, did supply an assist in the game. Elijah Winder will partner Serio in the double pivot in midfield, and Harbour Miller, who came on the 18-year-old in the first leg, he gets to start in this one, should play off the left. João Klaus will hope to have his shooting boots on this time as he missed many big chances in the first game. So it's Greg Vanny, the head coach of LA Galaxy, taking on Theodore Whitmore. Davian Ferguson, who was not with the team in the first leg, he'll be back on the bench with Tapper. So that should be a plus for the Mount Pleasant setup. Lamar Morgan, you see, the physical trainer, doing the same for the Reggae Boys. All right, so that's it, people. The match card, the official match card, we are about 3 minutes from coverage on the screen and 9 minutes, I believe, from kickoff at the stadium. So, people, if you haven't already, please do smash the like button, share the content, let people know we're going live in the match in just a matter of moments. I'm actually going to print off this match card because I do find that it is good to have it ready when I'm doing the commentary, because I can just reference it real quick. You know, man's bringing the standards to the table. All right, let me print this. Can I just do front and back instead of wasting the paper? I mean, I need no colors neither. No, not this time. The robot. He's like, I'm not watching it. Oh, he got it on YouTube. Same thing. You can watch that location. That is true. And go to the damn game. Yeah, it should be on Concacaf YouTube. But I think it might be blacked out in Jamaica. It might be. I think in America it's blacked out on YouTube for sure. You have to watch it on the channel. Tigers in the other semi. Geniac still going strong. Yep. Yeah, man. Well, I think quarterfinal because this is the round of 16. So yeah. I mean, actually, let me see. Round of 16 knockout. Oh, them don't do it yet. Okay, so I guess they're doing a draw for the next round. Cause it don't say who is where. Tigers under tree love. So them Tigers need to wake up. Gignac. Cincinnati smash them up, brother. Alvas run out. So that's the other game tonight. Tigers need a comeback. Them need a remontada over in Mexico, you know? Pizarro. All right, we're getting coverage now, people. I hope this is the camera side. Man, them a warm up on the pitch. And I see how the pitch stay. But I'm saying Marco Rice did a pass the ball around. Wow, Cuevas. Why you have to deal with Phillips so? Peck just pass the ball in the goal. Chambers just have run behind it. And then it was 1-0 forever. 88 minutes. As soon as my boy come in for Cuevas, I easily could lay off. And Peck just roof it. Underside of the crossbar. Again, Chambers can't move. And then the third one was beautiful as well. Good one-touch passing, class. Easy does it. Jabari Howell late, tired. Could not close him down. 3-0. And there's a LA Galaxy fan that made the trip. Yo, this man love LA Galaxy. I guess if you're going to follow your team and you get to go to Jamaica, that's a nice little trip, right? Yeah, they probably, well, I won't say they're probably gonna go home because Mexican teams tend to play much better at home in these two-leg games. So even though they lost 3-0 in the first leg, I wouldn't put it past them to put up a good fight tonight in that fixture. But the problem is Concacaf still uses the away goals. So if Cincinnati get even a goal tonight in Mexico, then you have to win by 4. So it's gonna be tough. Because Tigers never get an away goal. Yeah, people. So we're there, you know. Let me see if I can get what's the best thing. Because I really wanted to do the CONCACAF one, you know. It's like them nah. Them site not ready yet for some strange reason. I can't click on it as yet. I don't know why. Maybe no. No, still nothing. Jaja. 16. I don't know why. I'm gonna just work with this and done. I hope them adjust it as soon as the game start coming. No. But no, that's not how it's going to stay. Yeah, but no, it's not going to stay so, people. All right, so Jagan said the same score as the first game. Me say, please have a score. Three one Galaxy. Mount Pleasant get a goal. 3-1 Galaxy. D-Fly in a building. What go on? Hey, D-Fly. Tomorrow. Premier League I play tomorrow, you know. So, you know that going on. Once there's a game tomorrow, you know, the preview show I have to go on the night before, you know. So, we'll be out tonight for the preview. FIFA World Cup soon forward, you know, June 11, you know, people. I'll find out if Jamaica will be there or not very shortly. All right, so it looks like we're getting kickoff now, people. It's 7:06. So come on, Quincy. Kick off the game on time. How Quincy looks so, man? No words. Yeah, man, lucky in the picks them. Why too competitive? You can watch it on YouTube, Concacaf. And the game kicks off. So it looks like Yoshida will be playing towards the left-hand side of the back four. And Mount Pleasant get on the ball. Here is Anglin turning in midfield well. Plays it wide. Irving down the line. It's cut out. Second ball won by Mount Pleasant. Here comes Mount Pleasant on the left-hand side. Good run from Howell. Howell trying to turn the corner. Can't. It's going to be a corner for Mount Pleasant very early in the game. Jabari Howell looking bright, fresh off a brace in the Jamaica Premier League. Tapper Whitmore and Davian sharing a laugh. Here's Phillips, go short. And for some reason, the referee didn't like the taking of that kick. Not sure what the problem is. Let's see. I think he's saying the ball was moving. Told there's something wrong with this referee when I saw him. And they still go short. Here is, oh, well played from Marshall into the box. Ooh, can't beat the first man, Yoshida. I'm sure not for the first time in the right place tonight. And Irving just decides to clear it out. Takes no chances with Peck. Greg Van on screen probably was reasonably pleased enough with the first leg. I think he would probably look at it and say we created more than enough chances to kill the tie altogether. But they left a little opening, keeping the score down to 3-0. But let's see. As I said, the Concacaf does use the caveman-like away goals rule. So if LA Galaxy are able to breach this Mount Pleasant team at any point tonight, they make that job and task that much harder. They need to win by 4 clear goals if they do concede tonight to get through. So I asked the question, would it be a 2 up front? It almost looks like they're playing 2 off of Warner Brown, Marshall, and Edwards. Howell is playing wider than he did in the first leg, though. Irving into the channel, trying to locate the run of Anglin, who made a forward run, but easily goes through to the goalkeeper, Marcinkowski. He rolls it short to Hawk into winder, back to the keeper. Good press put on by Mount Pleasant. That's cleared along. First ball won by Ming, captain for the evening for Mount Pleasant, captain of the club at this point. Sule McCullough gone to Belgium, so he took over that role. Daniel Green sometimes would lead them out, but I think Ming has taken over that responsibility, and that was a bit of a tough one to deal with there. The layoff from Anglins played out for a throw into LA Galaxy. Thrown back to Yoshida. Yoshida plays it to Hawk. Hawk on the ball, plays it wide. Acres of space for Cuevas. Plays a 1-2. LA Galaxy trying to find their groove and their rhythm. Just taking their time right now. Good first touch play, Nelson. And that time he's caught on the ball. Here comes Ming. Ming goes on a forward run. He's taken out from behind. And is he going to give a yellow card to Winder? No, he's not. He's getting a talking to. But that did break up a decent looking counter attack. Much more aggressive in their closing down so far is Mount Pleasant. Here's Davis. Plays it out to Ming. Ming with time. Wants too much time, but plays a good ball to Marshall. A good through pass filtered through to Edwards. Edwards goes with a big switch of play, and that's way too much on it. Love to see if Edwards could kind of try to advance with the football once he turned in all that space, but he decided to go with the quick one and wasn't accurate enough. Looks like rain has started to fall in the National Stadium, and that's cut out by Marshall. Can he get to the second one? No, he can't. And here's Harbour Miller under pressure, lays it off to Serio. Serio always will have the time he needs. Lays it back to Yoshida. Yoshida goes over the top, cut out by Irving. This will be all the way in the air. Brown battling with Yoshida, does well to keep possession. Here's Marshall, infield to Anglin. And Anglin just not ready enough to turn on the ball there, gives it away. And in possession is LA Galaxy. And there's the first signs of the pitch just losing it. LA Galaxy trying to play out from the back. Howell has to retreat. And the rain is coming down steadier now. Here's Hawk going forward. Plays it to the middle. Good lead from Peck. 1-2. Good slide tackle this time. Oh, and that's a big challenge. Wow. And he won the ball, did Howell, but the referee has deemed it to be dangerous tackling. He doesn't get a card, but he does speak to him. And let's see this one in. Oh, and that was a bit wild. Did win the ball, but it looks like his legs kind of gave out in the rain, and he went for a slide. It's going to be a free kick to LA Galaxy. Peck with that left one, double left foot will be taking this one. I am watching on FS1, Tuffy Rudy. FS1, my bad. I said FS2 earlier today, but it's FS1. Into the box. Ooh, and that's flicked on. I think Marshall. No, that was Ming. Again, getting his head to that one. It's going to be a corner kick though to the LA Galaxy. They said a follow through. All right. Yep, 3 that were not there. That's it. We said Fergie will be the difference. All right, so big up yourself. Ala Madrid, says Romain. Big up. Far post. Ooh. And that's the veteran Yoshida. Didn't even have to jump. His strength alone was shielding off the defender. And from a standing position, he goes just wide. I think Davis could do nothing but watch that one go wide at the post. I don't think he's getting to that. And that's a poor pass from Phillips. And then another poor pass from Thomas. Far post, and Davis saves it. And he's upset with Phillips for the initial pass. Thomas compounded it, trying to do something about the bad pass. In the end, it falls to Gabriel Peck, and he's not able to find the far post, but Davis, without a touch, that would have been into the far post. Shaquan tells his team to calm after cutting them out. Yeah, free header unmarked. Come on, Pleasant. All right, here's Cuevas again. He had a brilliant first attempt at the corner. Here it is again, same spot. And Davis punches the crap out of his defender. I think Gadiel Irving might require some kind of treatment. Or maybe not. He might be able to get up. I think that's Alex Marshall's uncle, I believe. Something like that. If I'm not mistaken. Yo, Gadiel Irving look like 90 boy to me though. More than anybody. Phillips goes long, staying true to their percentage of long passes. Serio, with maybe the loosest touch you might see from him all game. Back to himself now, finds Winder. Here's Cuevas. Cuevas goes down the right hand side. Good flick on from Peck. And here comes the second touch. This time Thomas cleans up from Winder trying to get forward. Cuevas throws into the box. Good layoff. Peck. No, get up, Peck. Give him a card for that. Sure. Well done, Marshall. Yo, say some man tell me say Marshall wasn't one of the better players last game. And I'm saying, yo, only two lie, man. Man was one of the only players that could hold the ball and do anything with it. And look there, a couple times Mount Pleasant do something good tonight and him pass the ball. You can just see that him understand the game a little bit better, man. When manipulate the space. Nothing looks he's not trying very hard. Just make some little simple turn and find space. Or go on skipper. But there see what go on, you know. Where you say from Black Stars days at your place. Alright. Well then this should be a club then. Cause they are the one Senton team. Good save, boy. What a ball again by Marshall. And then Phillips run leave the ball. Jeez and peas. Man chop him easy. Watch again. Chop again. Harbour Miller. Attacking there, running back, doing the right thing. Come on, Warner. Don't let them switch the ball then. If you have a turn so. Hey, Galaxy. Know that they're in a very good position. No need to do anything extravagant here. Can't get the ball off Peck. And another poor pass from Serio. Said he wouldn't see that for a while, but come on, Thomas, man. Bad giveaway in midfield by Thomas there. LA Galaxy in the middle third with it here. Serio closed down by Anglin. He finds Hawk. Hawk at the half line. Slows it down. Serio on the ball. Class drop short to play it back to his defender. Yoshida. Back to Joao Class. Class in space. Attacking down the right hand side. Looking for a pass now. Flicks it through to Cuevas. And Cummings does well to close down and clear. But it will be a corner to LA Galaxy. Ferguson talking a lot to Topper. Pointing out things. Yeah, that's why I'm say yeah, 0-0, 3-0 on aggregate right now. Good clearing header from Cummins, top of the box. Good shielding again from Marshall, looking for a pass. That time he's closed down and he's called though for a foul before the close down of the clearance. Being held, says the referee. Marshall has had a bright start. I think he's continued from how he looked in the first leg so far. Mount Pleasant looking to build a little bit from the back. Here's Ming though. Thinks better of it, clears it. And Tapper would have controlled that back in the day. Yeah, they have to have the confidence to do it though. Like just now, Ming was wow. Okay, if Marshall got out of that, then would have said, boy, yeah, move different. Mm-mm. Jesus. Sorry, people. Just good tackle, boy. Marshall, not the worst ball in the world, and that's going to be a foul on Warner Brown. Did pull down the player, but worth a try. You never know. Ref might miss it. Take the ball and go towards goal. Mount Pleasant to play like them a lead 3 love. Hey, them know if them come out and just try win the ball and probably get picked off. So I'm gonna try limit. I remember in a D fly the first leg, brother, it was like, oh my gosh. Yo, Cummins, how you get that push around here so? Good pass, Davis. Good pass, boy. Yeah, man, keeper, you better go for that. Good try, Alex Marshall. Good distribution from Shaquan Davis there and a good attempted pass by Marshall. Marshall looks in the mood to create something tonight. Andrade, I think what I say? Andrade. Yeah. FS1. Yeah, JB, I think them picking them poison, because you can see like in the first couple plays, they were really aggressively closing down. And the minute LA kind of picked them off a couple times, them kind of say, okay, let's give them a little more respect. And I think they have to do that because, oh, this is a problem. Good run from Harbour Miller into the box and behind his back. And that's going to be a corner. Harbour Miller showing his speed that time. Phillips, I don't think was expecting him to win that ball in the air and go so direct into a dangerous area. And he just used his physical ability there, and Phillips is all over him, 2 hands on his back when he's to cross that ball. Oh, he said, pick your socks up. A referee, man. Goal. Jeez, class finally score. Man gets 75 chance in the first leg. And the first chance him get today. My gosh. What I say? Nothing to lose. Just attack. So that's 1-0 people. 1-0 into the box. Class. Santa score. So Santa on the score sheet, people. After I missed 10,000 chance. Today, all of a sudden, now I'm turned big striker. All right, so I said it will end 3-1 tonight. Let's see. What's 18th minute? Let me get the first goal. Joao Class. 1-0 to, oh, well played. 1-0 to Mount to LA Galaxy. Sorry. Alex Marshall. Oh, that's the first time we do foolishness tonight. And here come LA Galaxy now. Let's see if they turn it up just a little bit now. Oh, good turn, Marshall. Yo, Marshall have some turn there. They said the ref fault that. Yeah, man. The Mario Phillips, brother. We always up, well, not always, but we were picking him on national team a bunch of times. And I kept saying to myself, what did they see in this player? Yeah, man, that ball, if you're defending a corner, a ball cannot bounce inside the 6-yard box with no contact from your team. How is that even possible? They said the floodgate that. Yeah, man, the ref a idiot, man. This ref, him too extra. You see that? Yeah, 4-0 pan aggregate now. The Mario Phillips upset your soul. Man, upset a lot of people's soul from a long time. Phillips mash up. Class mash him up. He's just a giant person compared to you, bro. What you gonna do? So what Thomas are doing? No want the ball. No want the ball. All right. All right. Go on, Alex. Poor. Better cross now. Poor again. Oh, good touch. No! Slip him through now. Man, you're selfish. Listen, them now have a goal in them. Maybe. They might have a one, brother. Come on, man. They might have a one, man. They need to win 5-1. Them want to go through. I tell you. Oh. Peck will run past everyone. But a weak attempt with the right foot. And him never see Harbour Miller until too late. Should have played that across. Boy, Davis a chill. Long ball up the field. Cut out by the defense. LA Galaxy in possession on the halfway line. Yo, people, smash up the like button. About 100 of you in the building. Make sure that you guys are hitting the like button. All them man you play ball games so stupid. The best thing in that team, your Ross. Move up, Duckland. That is not the best thing in this team. You're crazy? Hell no. Watching these last two games, I'm on the bandwagon of having a Caribbean version, like a UEFA League format, different from the MLS and Mexican teams. We have ways to go to catch up. Yeah. I mean, but if you look at how the team who played them before, San Miguelito out of Panama, how them play this team before this, night and day, that was like a real difficult time for Galaxy. I mean, Galaxy will come out and say all the right things that this was difficult and Mount Pleasant made it difficult for them. But truthfully, way more of a challenge in the last one. Cuevas cleared by Cummins. It will be another wave coming their way. Why Mount Pleasant change the keeper? I don't know. Yeah, for stopper. I mean, I can only put it down to handling in the game. Like he made some saves, yes, but some of the saves he made, the rebounds went right back to the other team. So maybe that had something to do with it. Mount Pleasant don't look like a good football team at all. Not even two good attempts from the goal. The man them can't give it. Yeah. And the crazy thing when you see Mount Pleasant play JPL, them a create chance, them a, them a do things on the field, but it's just the level where them a play, brother. Team just better than them by far. All right, good ball. Come on, do something with this Jabari. Yeah, man, run at them. Marshall, I go mash up them boy. Yeah, man, just say, yo, I keep the ball for a while, yeah, man, until Ming get it, and I'm tired of that. Running, man, I try to reach the ball. So the fans, not the worst turnout. Most of the fans kind of higher up in the grandstand because the rain of fall. I think he stepped on the ball there. Shouldn't be a foul, but well played out of trouble. Here come LA Galaxy now. Cuevas has runners in the middle. That was a crucial interception by Ming. Phillips goes back to the goalkeeper. Davis lays it off to Ming. Ming over to Marshall. He's deep back there, close to the defense. Pushes it back and goes forward now. Here's Cummins. Cummins over to Irving. Irving down the line to no one at all. Right into the box to the goalkeeper. Guys, can you please try to do something with the ball at your feet? I said, Marshall, I try a thing to get seen for that in that game and them two games. Yeah, look, just think with him, you can see that his run is compromised, even his walk. You can see kind of labors when he's moving. So if I'm scouting him, the first thing I'm asking is, what's this guy's injury history? And once you see that him had this surgery, that surgery, you can say, okay, it makes sense then. I can see that him, him definitely don't have that one-time burst where he used to have. That's why most things you see him do now is in these little small confines. But him is very tricky and crafty, so it worked. It's good for JPL alone. Yeah, bro. That's how man Pleasant do them rotate them keepers. We have two good keepers, national keepers. Yeah. They have, I mean, when you ask, it depends who you ask. Some will tell you, yeah, him at the starter, him at the starter. But really and truly, the two of them get chances. Ooh. Winder not missing by much there. The young American midfielder. Agreed. Very poor movement off the ball. Jabari Howell is comfortable on the ball no matter what level. Yeah, man. Jabari. No, know your players. Marshall ain't running down the ball. That really was the ball though. Why when we know how to move the ball, the players first instinct of to boot up the ball and hope. Why? I don't know who for cuss more. The man will boot it or the other player them will not give him no kind of angle for get a pass. I don't know who more at fault. To them Trini brother, yeah, man. Blue hair ref. Marshall have a 6.8. Yo, I'm telling you, you know. Peck, all right, well cut out. All right, well done, Phillips. Jeez, I mean, couldn't just have a whole play where you do everything properly. Sure. Surreal, calm. How the man them come out with that? What a ball. Cuevas. And Cummins cuts out that cross for another corner. Into the box. Ooh. Angling did just enough to ease Harbour Miller out there at the back post. I think he was going to head that into, or at least towards the frame. But Angling did enough. Yoshida into midfield. Sanabria over to Winder. Here's Winder. Goes wide. This is Peck. Again, Peck down the line to Klaas. Klaas cuts it back. Poor pass. Clifford Thomas top of the box with it. Calmly keeps it. Here's Irving. That's a good turn from Warner Brown. Still in possession. And then a loose pass. Finds his coach, Tapper Whitmore. I don't know who he's looking at to talk to there. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yo. Harbour Miller nearly cut through everybody a while ago. Davis looks to go quickly. And Quincy Williams does give Warner Brown the foul. Trying to control that ball. Gets fouled from behind. Here's Phillips. They play quickly. On the right-hand side is Marshall. Marshall cuts inside. Plays it into... And that's a handball. Is it? Oh, that's a foul for sure. And Quincy Williams does bring it back for a foul. The first foul, they're saying that Edwards would have been offside, but the referee does bring it back for the foul on Marshall. He was going on to a loose ball that Brown, he played the pass into. Brown tried to turn his man. The ricochet fell back into the path of Marshall, and he faked the shot. Well, actually, didn't fake the shot, just took a touch on the ball and was taken out by the defender. It's going to be a free kick right on top of the box here. And I think Marshall will fancy himself. I remember they had one in the first game, and Gadale Irving pulled rank. I think this time Marshall might be the one to take it, but let's see. It will be another conversation again. But I think Marshall will want this one. Very capable from this type of distance for sure. Know he has the quality to get something like this on target. Come on, we just want one goal. It's a call him up. Yeah, man, the field don't ever hold up, man. Especially worse it or rain. Warner Brown turned nicely and just kick with the ball. Yes, JPL is average. I agree. Alex is the only one out there. Yo, I look like the one that know him I do. For sure. So Clifford Thomas and Alex Marshall over this one. Could be the pile driver. It's Marshall weak into the wall. Irving takes that one down. Goes over the top to the right-hand side. Phillips tries a one-time cross and it's cleared out. Why? Okay. Good ball. Not bad. Clifford going to go long throw now. Yo, that was a good long throw, you know. Keeper claim it. Raheem Edwards called for obstruction there, the goalkeeper looking to throw out the ball, and he was shielding him from doing so. Yeah, man, the team is playing slow. I think by the time them get the ball, I'm so tired from trying to win the ball. Oh, good tackle. Oh, they call class for that foul. The ref can't understand how. I mean, the man can't understand how. After a bright-ish start from Jabari Howell, I haven't seen much of him. And that's good hold-up play that time from Brown. Here is Phillips. Phillips goes wide to Howell. Howell declines to take the run of header out of play, and this will be a header to, I think Marshall went down. It's going to be a throw to, and why is he holding his knee? What's wrong? Maybe it's the way he landed on it there. He would know if something is really wrong. He's felt this a few times in his career. Here's Thomas. Throws it short to Phillips. Back to Thomas now. Jeez. Oh! Bro. Phillips can't cross the ball into the box, goes out for a goal kick. Well done, Hoyle. No, Marshall, get up now. Poor from Marshall there. Don't concede no, you know. Oh, good save, boy. Good save, Davis. Marshall nearly give away a goal. A poor passing in the midfield a while ago. Lord of mercy. A good shielding, boy. Cheese and peas. I was actually on for that pass, but Jano started. Man, free in the midfield, man, just give him no. Come on, corner to Mount Pleasant. So the corner will be whipped in by Phillips, I think it is, far post, and that's off the back of the LA Galaxy defender, Harbour Miller, and it's going to be another corner this time from the right-hand side. Should be the in-swinger from Irving this time. It will be. Yo, all right, come. Hold our shirt. Follow away. Into the box, Irving, poor. Doesn't even get it off the ground. Here's Marshall. Puts it back. That's a dangerous looking ball. Flicked on. Oh, no. Good try, Warner. Oh, yo. That was a good try. Very good attempt at a header here. A back header flicked on towards the far post. Could see from the shape on the cross in from the angle by Alex Marshall. If they can get the right touch on that, it goes in. And the keeper was beaten, but it just missed the post as well. Here come LA Galaxy now down the left-hand side. Marshall trying to track back on Nelson. Played off to Harbour Miller. Now back to Sanabria. Sanabria into Serio. Serio quickly plays it over to Winder. Winder looking for a pass. We'll go back to his center midfield partner, Serio. Back to Winder. Yoshida. And look how much more comfortable LA Galaxy look on the ball. Here's Gabriel Peck over back to Yoshida. Yoshida on the ball looking for a pass. Plays the easy one to his center back partner. Back to Yoshida. Over to Nelson. Here's Peck. Nelson. Miller is tackled by Phillips. Here comes Marshall. Cuts inside. Plays it inside to Edwards. Edwards on the ball. And of course, he takes a shot from 30 yards. I mean, it hit the target, but the goalie is saving it with his foot. Where is it? Take off Phillips. 15 UCL, says Romain Johnson. Well, I watched the CCC, so Madrid's UCLs are no good here. Serio just playing at half speed and I kill people. That's not the right option there. Serio there again to win it. Cuevas, Winder, Serio. Inside to Nelson. Yoshida in the center circle. Over to Hawk. Cuevas back to Hawk. 2 minutes until end of 45. Then we'll have stoppages of the first half. Then it will be halftime. A little bit too many touches there, and after losing the ball, Winder commits a foul. Rain still coming down at the National Stadium. Angling. Gets it off his feet. Cummins over to Ming. Phillips. To Marshall. Back to Phillips. Phillips goes long. First ball 1. Now over to Brown. Just maybe didn't have the angle for that return pass. Well won by Clifford Thomas. Here's Ming, and now the play will be stopped. Yoshida, I think, got landed on by the referee. So a break in play for the injured Yoshida, but he looks to be able to continue. Mount Pleasant in position in their own half. Here is Cummins. Back to Shaquan Davis, over to Kyle Ming. 1 minute of stoppage time. Mount Pleasant down 1-0 in this game, 4-0 in the tie. They have some shots in this first half though. So there's small victories. Cummins elects to go long over the top, and as usual, it's back to the goalkeeper of LA Galaxy in his box. Nothing comes of the long ball. No, sir. I don't have nothing against Madrid. Me knock out Madrid last year, no? Arsenal on my side. You see my name Gooner. Boy. Pass when them for shoot and shoot when them for pass. Come like every man want to see them score against LA Galaxy. Why you go shoot from this so and you have options, boy? I mean, I know. Where there, Stacy? Let me know where you live, Stacy. No kind of creepish thing, but just I try to help you to tell you. Wait a forward that. Basically, if in the US it's on FS1, in Canada it's on like One Soccer, I think it name, or in the Jamaica, try ESPN2 if you have that. Or Disney Plus. Disney Plus. Wait, say last year? Well, reach the finals then, no? That's the only way we're going to book you, know. So reach the finals, Madrid boy. And you can say the same for me. Make sure me reach final. Stacey, let me know if you have those. If not, you can try Concacaf YouTube. Unless you have one device, then just watch it here. I have better commentary. But it would be more fun for you to watch it on the actual TV because I don't have the game showing. So I would understand. I wouldn't take it personal. I wouldn't take it personal. I would not take it personal at all. But listen, man, what the hell Mount Pleasant going to do in this game? Them can't really keep the ball. Yeah, they can't really keep the ball. It's not really working out for them in any way. But yeah. Oh yeah, Manu, Madrid are your uncle. Okay. Yeah, well, Manu clawed me this year still. So we win one, Uno win one. Listen, I like how the local team them play. Why? Seriously, we are big at this point. Rob said grew into it a bit, created a few half chance. Yeah, I'm trying to see. Was there really a half chance created in the game? About a quarter chance, maybe. We said the formation now work it out. All right, emoji boss. Let me know what you think about the formation. What we need to do? What we need to tweak? Because to be honest, Peck is quieter today. I think most of the problems coming down the side with Nelson and Miller. Right, the Mario Phillips side. And Marshall doing well attacking. And they might try run back too. So, he might help out, but Phillips kind of can't hold up on that side with Harbour Miller. He must struggle. And then what end up happening is Phillips play inverted. He may do a good job of getting back into the defensive shape quickly. But if they ever attack quickly, Ming get exposed over there on an island too. So right side they need help. Howell playing so wide, I think it renders him ineffective. He needs to play more central. He needs to play way more central for me to influence the game a bit more. I don't see the point of having Edwards and Brown up front. It's not really working out for them. I think they will do better, bringing on an actual natural winger for the left-hand side and sliding Howell more to the central area. We saw this at U20 the other day when Howell played the first game, the first half, I think him play wide left. And him never look as good. People were telling me he's so good. And I'm watching the game and I'm like, yo, this guy, I've seen him play before. He's better than this. And I'm trying to figure out what is it? Why is this happening? And it was basically because I don't think him do as well on that left-hand side. Like, put him central. Put him central, you know what I'm saying? All right, so what I'm going to do, people, they have the stats up on Concacaf site. So let me get to that real quick. Let's take this off the screen. Stop. Share. All right, so this is the stats of the first half right here, people. 58 possession to 41. Oh, Warner Brown was so close with that flick header. Dual success, aerial duels, corners 5-3. So the possession much more even on this pitch than in the first leg. See the passing, just 80 behind. Still went long 34 times. Accuracy much better than in the first leg there. Still low in the opponent's half though. Crossing accuracy 20%. Attacking 6 shots to 4, 4 shots to 1 on target. That's the difference in the game so far. And defensively, see the clearances and discipline. No yellows or reds so far in this one. Let's take a look at the XG. 0.31 to Mount Pleasant, 0.38 for LA Galaxy. So much, much closer there in this matchup today. Let's see the heat map. So this is the heat map for Mount Pleasant. So you can see, did play some football in the opponent's half. We'd love to see that. And I want to just highlight real quick one player in particular. I thought he was the pick of the bunch, and that was Alex Marshall. So Marshall had quite a few touches, mainly wide on the right-hand side, but did get into the final third as well a couple of times. Had one lackluster free kick attempt, though I'm sure he would want to get back. And these are his touches so far. So heavily involved, looks to be the outlet from the goalkeeper and the centre-back. They're looking for him to be the one to get it in the middle third and get it into the final third. They have a much better success rate moving the ball up the field when the pass finds either the feet of Jabari Howell or of Alex Marshall. When it goes up to Edwards and Brown, it is not sticking with any level of frequency. So yeah, I think they need to keep having those outlets be a little bit more out wide, and maybe put an end to those through the middle direct passes, because they're not working out so far over any of the two legs, to be fair. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's take a look at the lineups one more time and the benches. So people, let me know in the comment section what are some subs that you'd be looking to make. I've already told you tactically, I know they need goals, but I would just sacrifice one of Edwards or Brown. Bring on another flank player. Mirror what you're doing on the right hand side with Marshall. Slide Howell more to the central areas. Play him a little closer to an attacking player. And I think you get even more out of Jabari Howell in the second half. So my vote would be to bring on probably either in I'd probably bring on Interville, right, and put him on the left hand side, and I would probably um bring on Interville. Actually, I would just bring on Interville for now, and I would probably take off Edwards. I would leave Brown on and take off Edwards. Even though Edwards probably fitter than Brown, you know. Jaja. But yeah, I would take off Interville, bring on Edwards. I mean, bring on Interville, take off Edwards, what I meant to say. Yes. Or Brown. Either one of them. I don't, let me know in the comment section which one of them would I take off. I just don't think both of them are needed. We say move Marshall central. Actually, would I keep Marshall right this up on the right, you know? And I would have just put Interville on the other side and just balance it a bit more. Give them that side of the field as a threat as well. Once he's on the field, Marshall don't have to stay as glued to that sideline, you know. And I probably would consider taking off Phillips as well and just putting on a right back. Is there any right backs they could bring on? I mean, where does Pierre let Louis play? Maybe I slide him into the central area and put my boy the Ming at right back, if that's possible. Yeah, man, stats not terrible in terms of the main ones like XG, shots on target, and things like that. Much less of a, you know. Yeah, man, one of the strikers have to come off. That's where we agree totally. Ming is a good 1v1 defender. Yeah, I think on the ball is really leaves a lot to be desired, bro. For a level player that he's supposed to be, and the ball is very poor. Look like Tapa now see the game good. Him fi go up in the stands. They said, ever play that about D1? People, 123 of you here in the building. Make sure that you are smashing the like button. And you share the content as well. Let people know that we're there live. You know? But I just feel like Mount Pleasant, if they want something out of this game, them going to really just step up the intensity a bit more. You know, whenever they look like they picked up the intensity a little bit, the play started to look a little bit better, like they might get something out of something, but I know that they won't be able to sustain it because, you know, I mean, I don't believe they have the level of fitness to be doing that for any long period of time. You know, so that's it. Come on, people. Only 52 likes on the video. Yo, get the likes up on the video, people. Get the likes up to 100, people. Quick and fast. Quick and fast, people. Look, I'm going to go real quick. Go sort out something. I'll be right back by kickoff. All right, people. Big up on yourselves. Smash the like button, man. I'm going to reach back, man. Get me to the 100 likes, man. Come on. Get me to the 100 likes. Get me to the 100 likes. Bless up, Travis. in the building. Big up yourself, Travis. Upful, upful, upful. All right, so I'll be right back, people. Just go on, take in this on the screen right there. So All right, people, we're back. Second half is underway. So let me get something on the screen. We're about 4 minutes in, people. Sorry about that. I had to sort out some stuff. We're back in the building. We're back in the hot seat. Looks like they didn't take my advice and take off one of the attackers. Good back heel into the box. Brown whiffs. Oh, Tango put it on the side netting. And it was a save from the goalkeeper. It's going to be a corner kick. That's the closest they have come. Even closer than the flicked on header by Warner Brown in the first half. That was good build-up play. Back heel into space. Warner Brown whiffed, but Tango was there to try to get it in, and it flicked off the goalkeeper's foot. Here's Marshall. Decent ball into the box. Thomas went up, but it's cleared by Hawk, and he will run it down himself and keep it in play as well. And a good run back tackle by Kyle Ming to force the throw. Hopefully they find a replacement during halftime for Phillips. No, I think he's still out there. He is still out there. He's still out there. Let me see. Let's get rid of this one. The stop screen. All right, let's get this one on screen. So no subs for either team. So it's as you were in the second half. Trying to block the path to Serio in midfield. But Serio is constantly moving, trying to find the space. He finds it now and plays a good slip pass into Winder. He's in behind the midfield, and now Irving will cut that one out. Well defended that time. Had his angles just right. Good hold-up play from Brown. Keeps possession. He's fouled after he lets it off. Winder caught him, and he's down. And that's a switch of play to Phillips. Phillips on the right-hand side now. Plays it short to Marshall. Infield to Thomas. This is better from Mount Pleasant. Here's Anglin. Can't find the space. Yoshida reads that one like a book. Anglin a bit late trying to close down. Here comes Serio in space. A good run from Peck. Peck played behind him, but he's still in possession. Sizes up, cuts inside on his left foot. On his left, cuts it inside, and that's a poor attempt. I don't know what Nelson was trying there as he went through the middle, but it was a poor touch, and it goes out for a goal kick to Mount Pleasant. Goal courtesy of Joe Class in the first half from a set piece. It was a corner. Poor defending in the end. And they didn't learn their lesson. They had a free header right before that set piece. And the next set piece they got, they were able to put it away. Ming, back inside to Davis. Davis, over to Cummings. Cummings, back to Ming. Good composure here, but now Ming will go long as usual. Over the top. This one could find the feet of Warner Brown. It does. He's onside. Lays it back now to Phillips. Phillips thought about a cross. Plays it inside to Brown. Brown, back to Phillips. Phillips, one defender in front. Looking for an angle. Plays it inside to Warner Brown. Top of the box to Anglin. And he drags it just wide. That is a position that you like to see Anglin in. One of the strengths of his game is shooting on target from the top of the box. But he could not get his compass right that time. And he dragged that shot just wide. Again, decent build-up play. I think Peck ran in and slid. Might have put him off. But honestly, I think Anglin knows he should have done better there. Looks to the heavens when he drags that one wide. 111 of you in the building. Let's see if you guys adhere to my requests. So we're only on 62 likes, people. Come on, get the likes up to 100 quick and fast. If you have not hit the like button yet, what are you waiting for? Hit the like button. You can also support the channel by becoming a member of the channel. It's $1.99 to become a member. Just helps to keep the channel going. We have just under about 20 members right now. Salute to all of you who have become members and keep on renewing each and every month. It's not going to kill you. As I said, $1.99 a month. Just a way to show your support to the channel. Also, if you don't want to do that, you can find the $ sign in the comment section and drop a comment in the form of a super chat. as another way to show your support, people. All right? Yeah, man. But please do hit the like button. That's the main thing. Jabari Howell on the ball, goes back to Cummings. Cummings back to Davis. Davis on the ball, decides to go long, slices that one too far, and that's out of play. Looking towards Phillips, but he couldn't keep it in play. Poor distribution that time. And now here is a throw to LA Galaxy. And that's one in midfield by Phillips, back to Cummings. Cummings over to Irving. Irving beats one, beats two, continues to drive into midfield now, looking for a pass, and that's played out wide. Good first touch from Howell. Keeps it under control. Good ball into Brown. Brown is eased out of it there. This one's played upfield to Peck. Peck in space has Cummings for company. Just going to run at him. Couple step overs. Cuts inside. Back heel now to Cuevas. Being closed down. Played down the line. Sanabria cuts it back. And a good challenge that time by Phillips. Klaus looked like he was attempting the back heel to the far post, but either didn't catch it cleanly or it was cleared before he could execute. But it's going to be a corner kick to LA Galaxy. Looked like he might have just been letting that run through for a dummy for Harbour Miller to run on. So luckily, Phillips was active, got his foot on it for a corner. This is going to be the in-swinger from Peck. And that's off the chest of Phillips, unorthodox, but gets the job done. It's going to be another corner kick to LA Galaxy. This one all the way to the far post, and that's over everyone. Not the best execution that time by Peck. And he's frustrated, thinks that the play was supposed to be a far post play. It looks like Marco Royce will get to play in front of the fans in Jamaica tonight. He's up off the bench and looks like he'll be coming into this game. We'll see who it's for. It could be Harbour Miller, could be Sanabria. Not really sure where they're going to place him tonight. Could it be that he's coming on to play false 9? Give Klaus a rest. It's over the top. And Warner Brown beats both of them and can't finish. He beat the goalkeeper and the defender, rounded them both. And the angle was tight and he tried to put it in and it hits the side netting again. They're getting closer and closer, but still yet to find that goal. Phillips over the top had the right weight on that pass this time, a collision between, it looked to be Hawk and the goalkeeper, and with an empty net gaping, he was unable to get it in. And it is going to be Klaus off for Nascimento, so a like-for-like switch up top. And Marco Royce, the other player coming on, looks like he'll be entering the field of play for, let's see, so it's number 22, Winder, who gets off the field of play, and Marco Royce will come in. I don't think Royce will play so deep in the team, so maybe Sanabria will drop to partner Serio in the pivot, and I expect Royce to push into the role that Sanabria was occupying before, just in behind the striker. Peck tries to go through the middle, finding a streak in Marco Royce, but that one will not find this target. Davis will collect, rolls it out, played to Ming. Ming now wide to Marshall. Here's Marshall going down the right flank. One to beat. It's Harbour Miller. He cuts inside. beats two players, still on the ball. Marshall wanted to do too much that time, and a foul eventually called on Jabari Howell as he eases Royce off of that one. Howell didn't like that call. But finally, it looks like Howell is gone more central. Edwards has shifted a bit out to the left now. Been calling for this to happen from a while. Let's see if Edwards has any more joy down this side. I think he should just come off the pitch. I don't think this is the best role for him to show his class. Galaxy trying to build through the middle. Pleasant trying to set traps. Yoshida has to go long now. It's going to be Phillips up against Harbour Miller. He plays it back to Davis, and Davis has plenty of time. Plays it wide to Irving. Irving decides to look upfield, goes over the top. Howell with one on his back, and he ends up fouling Cuevas. And I think the ref will have a talking to. That's 2 fouls in a row by Howell. No card, but he gets a stern talking to. Touch was just a little bit loose and went through Cuevas trying to win the ball. And the movement and the interchange is just too much for Mount Pleasant. Galaxy finding those spaces that they want to find. Now Sanabria slips through. Peck beats one, and that's too easy to the far post. And that's 2-0 to the LA Galaxy. 5-0 on aggregate. And Peck walks the ball in at the far post. And some of you were wondering why Mount Pleasant was laying off a bit in that first half at times. You see them try to press on that particular play, and they just get moved all over the pitch. Eventually, the middle is open after pressing everywhere, and the slip pass through onto the right, and Peck running in at that angle on his left foot. I'd say 9 times out of 10 it's going to be a goal. So that's 5-0 on aggregate, 2-0 here. See if my score is still in play. 3-1 today. They've hit the side netting twice, come close over the crossbar. So they said the third time's a charm, but it would be the fourth time in this case. Big up yourself, Sam Bello. Just stay calm. I don't care what anybody say. MP I play little ball right now. Big up 1-1. Yeah man, big up 1-1. Upful every time, G. That was too easy, simple tracking and putting an effort them can't do. Yeah, they just got played too wickedly a while ago. Good show, Brown. All right, well done. Jeez, I'm on a Brown, man. Looks good up to a point. So what about the push? Rice clear the ball and the man shoot him. Mount Pleasant tried to take the kick quickly, but Akara said no, it's a fucking foul. Rice upset, brother. That's a decent looking ball into the box. Ooh. Flicked header by the Galaxy, and that's run out of play by Nelson. Going to be taken quickly by Marshall, the throw in. Throws it back to Phillips. Phillips in space. Whips it into the back stick, and that's way too much on that one. I think it's going to go out for a throw. Either a throw or a goal kick. I think it's a throw. Yeah, it is a throw. It looks like some subs due to come on the pitch. And Raheem Edwards, as I thought, will be coming off now, and Interville will enter the field of play. And also coming out will be number 16. Who the hell is number 16? And Johnson Judy will come on. There was Jabari Howell is 16. So Johnson Judy, who I thought will get the start tonight, comes on for Jabari Howell. And Yoshida doesn't last the entire game. Man, now I shake the ref on. So Yoshida comes off. Looks like they'll bring on Parente in his place. And also Carlos Garces comes on as well, the youngster. 24 years of age from Colombia. And Parente, the 26-year-old from the US, is a midfielder. So he'll be on the pitch as well. So Cerrillo and Yoshida off, Garces and Parente on. So like for both players. Here is Brown trying to shield off many players in the box. Good hustle to win it back. Cuevas can't quite get to it. Here's Judy trying to get through players on the left. He's cut out. It's going to be a throw into Mount Pleasant. Clifford Thomas runs over to take his long throw. See if they can get the first ball flick on this one. Here is Thomas with the throw. Not enough power on that one. Peck takes the first touch and tries to run away from Irving. Can't quite get back to it, but he still keeps going, chasing down. Here's Davis, almost slips. Now clears. One in the air by Huck. Here is a good tackle that time by Clifford Thomas. He was looking for that foul, and Interville can't find the angle for the through pass to Warner Brown. Field really getting slippery underfoot. Sanabria, good pass into Peck. Peck cools it down back to Cuevas. Cuevas into Garces. Garces on the ball. Plays it to Marco Royce. Royce goes wide to Nelson. Nelson back to Royce. Royce just calming down the temperature of the game. Parente drops it back to Hawk. Hawk over to Garces. Garces. Nelson. Back to Garces. Switch off play now to Cuevas. Here's Cuevas. Plays it inside. Good turn from Sanabria. It's flicked through. Here's Irving. Good turn. And keeps the ball to Anglin. Here's Anglin now. Under pressure, drops it back to Irving. Irving sweeps it upfield. And that's cleared by Hawk for a throw to Mount Pleasant. Interville takes it quickly. Was looking for Warner Brown, and the referee was unhappy with how fast it's being taken. Was having a word with some players, which he seems to love to do. Here's Irving. Good first touch, Brown, but the second touch taken away. Good one-touch play, but a poor pass. It looks like it ricocheted for a throw to LA Galaxy. Makes sense because Sanabria is usually very accurate with his passing. And Peck trying to turn on the party tricks, but LA Galaxy keep possession. Cuevas, good one too. Foul that time on Mount Pleasant. Cuevas was caught. Here's Marco Rice with the free kick. He's going to leave it to. He's going to take it. And he just knocks it back to Hawk in defense. All the way back to the goalkeeper. The score is 2-0 tonight and 5-0 on aggregate. No, them not sub him off. Yeah, the Galaxy win tails. Any player stood out from Mount Pleasant? I thought Alex Marshall stood out in the first half. It looks like he's pretty much tired now, so I'm not influencing the game at all. But Marshall was good in the first half, I thought. Cummins. That's a penalty, you know. Wow. Cummins got the wrong side of the play at that time. Surprised he didn't call that penalty. Irving trying the pass again to Brown. Cut out. Good hustle, boy. Peck want the man them for check VAR for the penalty. And let's see if they stop the play. But they're making a sub. It's going to be Alex Marshall out and Daniel Green will enter the field of play. Yeah, just Alex Marshall for me, brother. They want to talk about Haitian this and that and them dep on the bench. Yeah, for real. Man, them only start Clifford in the game. Out of all of them. Howell should know he should learn to defend too. He cast that goal. Yeah, well, look, Travis, I think Tapa has kept him on too long in both games. I don't think him fitness level is enough to stay on for as long as him been staying on in the games. Even the last goal in the first leg is him trying to track the player and just don't have the energy to do it. No, Daniel. Yeah. Oh, Warner Brown earn a foul here. Hustling. Bless up, coach. What go on? Jamaica people saying Mount Pleasant don't have the best team. Now they have the full squad and still no match for LA. Yeah. When people were saying that, I was saying I wasn't making the point that they're missing players to say they're missing players, which mean that when they come back they're gonna win or anything like that. I just like to tell people what's going on. That's all. But I was surprised because I think only 3 of the players that couldn't travel started, and about 10 of them couldn't travel. So I was thinking more wouldn't. Somebody follow the shot, no man. But tired of see Jamaica play ball game. So, like when Jamaica got change and make some serious changes to make it better. Tired of it now, man. We can't play simple ball game. Basco, I know it frustrating. These 2 games goes to show you how far apart the Jamaican Premier League is from the MLS. But in years to come, the JPL teams will get better. Well, that's the only hope in Upper Trees White, that the JPL teams can continue to try to improve. But you know, it's what, a couple of years now we see MLS teams facing us in this competition, and it's always some big to a little bit scores in this aggregate thing. Greener come shit up the man them field. All right, another substitution for LA Galaxy. It's Sanabria coming off. Good shift in both matches. And the number 27, Eric Tommy, who started the first leg, he will enter the field of play now. Warner Brown not play bad. Yeah, he's gotten better in the second half. First half, he wasn't very good. But this half, he might play better. I always go say there's levels to ball game and we're way behind so much. Yeah, we have a long way to go. Everyone, Coach Wunu, I'm looking for your name on speed team, but I didn't see you. I'm thinking it's a misprint. Big up yourself, Jeremy Lee. We're there. Jamaican players hold the ball too long. That's our problem. Yeah. What takes 3-4 touches, you want 5, 6, 7, 8 to do. That is true. Yeah, man. Lord Ravel is out. People them a cuss. Whisper church cuss. But the same don't get called. It's a searching ball for Interville over the top. Nelson wins it and can dribble infield to space and just lays it off to Cuevas. Now Hawk. Here's Parente. Parente back to Garces. Garces into midfield. Pressing is Phillips. Gonna chase the goalkeeper as well. Flicked over the top back to Garces. Can he keep it in play? He can't. And Phillips wants to throw it quickly. Here's Clifford Thomas. Back to Phillips. Can Phillips put in a good cross? He can't. Thought he had beaten one, but good tracking by the central midfielder. Here is Cummins, and this ball will go out of play for a throw to Mount Pleasant. Rain still coming down pretty hard. Jeez, poor first touch from Judy Johnson, and it's going to be a throw to LA Galaxy. And it looks like there's a player on the far side down. I think Demario Phillips has finally run himself into the ground. Big up Jeremy, big up Jeremy. We don't know where I go on. We're there. Now, like, I fall asleep watching this game. Hard watch. Jaja. Yeah, Jagans. Boy, maybe because me there I talk, me never have a chance to fall asleep, but I know what you mean. LA Galaxy does going through the motions at this point too, so not making the game any more exciting at all. People, remember, we'll be running out later at some point before the night is over with the EPL preview show. We have a Friday night game in England tomorrow, so we need to get the selections in. So we'll be back. Man's gonna take a little rest off, eat some food, and we'll return for the EPL preview show. And then, of course, tomorrow, people, I've worked during the day. Julie have playoff game in the evening. So tomorrow night, another late night session. We'll have I won't call it an emergency meeting because hopefully the squad look good enough to where we don't need no emergency meeting. But we'll have a meeting, a squad reaction from Jason Gooner TV perspective about all the players selected. We'll look at the recent form of them and make sure that speed follow this criteria to a T, because we are here to win the belt if we need to. But look, spoke to him not recently, kind of left him alone throughout this process, because I know him busy and stuff. But him said that, him not leaving any stone unturned, and him try get every player possible him can get. Here's Ming, back to Davis. Davis plays it out to the left-hand side. That's a good ball, finding Judy. Judy into the middle to Thomas. Thomas switches the play now to Anglin. Anglin over to Interville. Here's Interville. No space to run, so just knocks it back. Here's Phillips now, back on the field of play after receiving some treatment. And he's back running down the flank again. Here's Anglin. Anglin with the big switch of play to the left-hand side. First touch, very good from Johnson. Here's Johnson going at the defender. And he can't sort his feet out there. Easily won by Cuevas. Here comes Tommy into the midfield. Good pass by Tommy, and that's good reading of the play from Shaquan Davis. Well out of his goal. First ball, one in midfield by Parente. Here's Daniel Green. Daniel Green looking for a pass. Finds Anglin. Anglin will go out wide to Phillips. Phillips looking to make a run again, I'm sure. Plays it off to Interville. Here's Interville. Back to Anglin. Anglin looks up. Tries to thread the needle to Phillips. It's cut out. Now a bit exposed is the Mount Pleasant defense. And that's poor turn in midfield, but it will fall to Peck. Peck slips it through, and Nascimento quickly flagged offside. Just good news for Mount Pleasant. He was 1v1 with the defender. Here's Shaquille Bradford. He will be entering the field of play for Warner Brown. So it looks like Bradford will get a run through the middle for once. Has been playing wing predominantly for Mount Pleasant, but with Edwards and Brown starting and both subbed off at this point, Bradford will slot right into the center forward position. Kyle Ming, diagonal cut out by Cuevas. Tommy drops it back to Cuevas. Now to Parente. Parente, good pass to Tommy. Tommy looking for Peck, cut out by Anglin. Here's Johnson. Phillips in space, good turn. Now going towards the back line. Here he is on the ball, looking to drive into the box. Tries a left foot shot and was never troubling the goalkeeper. One say I would have called Whisper. I think he has the ability to do something different. So if he need a goal late, he's an X factor option off the bench. The midfield looks poor. That's my main concern. Well, I don't see the squad yet. If you believe what people are saying, that the squad that's kind of floating around is the squad, then yeah, the midfield, like most other midfields that we select, is not really to the greatest level. But let's wait and see. Tomorrow we might get surprised. Maybe it's a little different and the midfield looks different, but I wouldn't hold your breath. Judge, I tell them to build a team around Ravel from day one. If they did, we would be on the World Cup right now. Conrad always has kept it 100 about Ravel and said he needs to be there. Travis said Whisper needs to learn some manners and decorum. Man said, I don't know about them things. I'm not on the socials. I know he said things before, but don't really know what he has been keeping up with. I would have picked him when it comes to football. Okay. I think so, but I'm 100% sure would have been because of Ginger Steve. I don't see how you pick such a weak midfield list and leave Lord Ravel out. Even a 50% Ravel I would pick. No, actually doing the EPL preview today, Joseph Brown, because there's actually an EPL match tomorrow. So I want to get in the preview show tonight so I can talk about all the game them. If I wait till tomorrow night, we're gonna miss one game. So yeah, I left tomorrow night. I go free up for all Reggae Boys' reaction to the squad. We say, should I listen to some soundtrack radio? Yeah. Phillips, when he run through the box while ago, though. Jamaican players for some reason can't play one touch football. Yeah, we don't like to at all. I guess we can't because we don't do it. No, man, it's not official, man. Ryan leak a squad and say at the squad. And everybody just run with it basically. Every man want to be hero that a kill the JPL players won't face better teams overseas. Yep. And get away with these football decisions in the JPL because then we get a next chance 5 minutes later. In these games, them chances don't come nearly, nowhere near as frequent, you know. The Mario Phillips to Thomas. Back to Phillips. Phillips back to Ming. Ming over to Cummins. Here's Ming. Over to Irving. Irving finding the feet of Bradford. Trying to get on the end of this one, but Hawk does well to keep it in play. And now one by Daniel Green. Can he do something with it? Beats one into the box. Cuts it inside. And a hand on it by the goalkeeper. And well won on the hustle by Anglin, but he looks to pull up lame. Gets it back from Irving. Looks to be in a bit of discomfort. Here's Irving now. Thought about a cross. Tries to play it into the feet of Bradford, but it's cut out. Here's Daniel Green. Johnson. Back to Cummings. Cummings infield to Thomas. Thomas over the top, looking for Phillips. Easily cut out. And played. And that's Nelson down the line. And I think Cummings should win this race. And he doesn't, but he does get down to slide and put it into touch. Parente played just as calm as Serio, brother. I don't have too calm. Number 6. Mount Pleasant trying to press. But LA Galaxy just finding the spare space. What a pass by Rice. This is problems. Look at space on the left. It should be a 3. Good save. And Peck again. No, he's onside. 3-0. Damn. I said he would get the 1. Looks like a double 3-0 when I get. Jeez, please. So that's 6-0 on aggregate, people. Peck with a brace and a hat trick in the first leg. So if only he could play Mount Pleasant every game, he'd get transferred to La Liga. Harbour Miller should have finished. Good save by Davis, but none of his defenders alert enough to help him. Peck was alert, and he gets his 5th goal of the 2-legged tie. So 3-0, 6-0 on aggregate. Mount Pleasant looking defeated at this point. At this point, just a consolation goal is all that they can really play for. Here's Phillips into Anglin. And Anglin is definitely not moving the same ever since he jumped to win that header in the midfield about 2-3 minutes ago. Here's Irving down the line, asking a bit too much of Shaq Bradford there. Cuevas close down quickly, and it's going to be another throw to LA Galaxy on this near side. Shaquan Davis had some decent moments tonight, but he, like his teammate Tafari Chambers, conceding 3 goals on the day. Showed some decent distribution, but also made a few missed kicks as well. Eric Tommy. And the Galaxy looks like they would just as well just play, 50 passes to end the game and not take another shot or even a forward attack. Just passing it around in their own half. Mount Pleasant reluctant to fully engage. Hawk. It's a decent ball over the top looking for Cuevas in acres of space. To the back stick. A little bit too much on it, but Harbour Miller will chase it and keep it in play. He'll knock it back to Nelson. Back to Miller. Back to Nelson. And the referee has called a halt to proceedings. Absolutely no extra time played. And this one ends up 6-0 on aggregate as the players exchange pleasantries. And Vanny and Tapper do the same. But this one ends 6-0 on aggregate, people. 6-0. When anybody reach in front of the goal, them turn idiot. I want to take the glory for the foolishness. I think we are capable of getting our football to a level where our teams are capable of competing well against MLS teams in the future. That's reachable with planning, work, investment, and development. Yes, those would all be keys to get us there. I agree totally to that. Why we play and like follow up on the ball when we keep a save it or when an opponent do it, we love stand up and watch, kiss my teeth. Ref just blow the whistle. All them goals where LA score. If it was a better team with sense, the simple goals now score. Simple ball game, but them no know because them stupid goals. Yeah. Some simple little goal, yes. The corner. And the second goal, Sanabria just flip through the man. Cummins can't foul him. Take a bad angle upon the run. And just couldn't do nothing. Look away when the man just run past him. And then this one, there's too much space, man. Nobody on the right hand side. Everybody tired. Ming and Irving alone back there. The players broke bad from early, so no matter how you teach them, it now go better. Yeah, we have to get to them from early for real, man. So quarterfinals are almost set. Just one more left. Tigers are Cincinnati in the driver's seat up 3-0. But anything can play over in Mexico. But Toluca, LA Galaxy, Cruz Azul, LAFC on one side, Nashville, Club America, and Seattle waiting on the winner of Tigres and Cincinnati on one side of the quarterfinals. So going to be interesting to keep tracking this one, but that's the end of the road for the JPL in the 2026 edition of the Concacaf Champions Cup. The Premier League champions, Mount Pleasant, falling at the first hurdle in the round of 16, 3-0 on aggregate, twice for a 6-0 aggregate defeat. So it was rough, very, very rough. All right, people, let's just take a look at the stats for the game before we jump off stream. As I said, we have some more content coming to the channel tonight. We will be bringing you the EPL preview show at some point. Like I said, we just have to hop off stream, do a few things, eat some food right quick, and then once we digest and we're ready back, we will return to give you the EPL preview show like we always do. It's one night early tonight because we have a game tomorrow in the EPL. So since that's happening, we want to go ahead and get the content out tonight so that we can have it out in time for the kickoff on Friday. All right, but before we leave to do that, I do want to show on the screen the stats from the game we just watched. Mount Pleasant hosting LA Galaxy second leg. Came into this one down 3-0 and they end this one down 6-0 on aggregate. So 3-0 defeats home and away for Mount Pleasant in their first trip into the Concacaf Champions Cup. All right, so let's take a look at the statistics. All right, so we have the stats. All right, so possession got closer after the second half, 54.6 to 45.4. So much tighter in ball possession tonight. Dual success, Mount Pleasant with a slight edge there. Aerial duels went the way of LA Galaxy. Interceptions were close corners, 7 for LA Galaxy, 4 for Mount Pleasant. When we look at the distribution statistics, passes not too far apart, so a big improvement from the first leg there. Long passes still heavily reliant, 63 of them, almost double that of what LA Galaxy did. Passing accuracy, much improved this game for Mount Pleasant at 83.2. Galaxy up close to 90%. In the opponent's half, all the way close to 75% for the Galaxy, 62% for Mount Pleasant. 9 crosses, 12 crosses, the accuracy much better on the crosses for LA Galaxy. Moving into the attacking stats, 3 goals to nil, that's the most important one. Mount Pleasant did have one more shot on the day, 11 to 10, but LA Galaxy with 4 more on target, 7 to 3. You see the shooting accuracy, a big difference there. Mount Pleasant need to get their shooting boots calibrated at only 27%, not good enough tonight. Defense, tackles, success rate, and clearances there, and discipline on the night. Referee kept his cards in his shirt, no yellows, no reds, and it was a game played in good spirit for the most part. Expected goals at the end of the game, 1.73 to 1.18. So really and truly, Mount Pleasant should have been able to put away one of those chances, especially those second half chances. Thought that Warner Brown missed a good one. Edwards on a rebound was a bit unlucky not to find the target, and a flicked header by Brown in the first half. Any one of those three on another night, the ball ends up on the right side of the post and in the net. But it wasn't meant to be. 3-0 loss. And they go back to the drawing board. They'll just have to go back to the drawing board. So you see the attack in thirds. So most of the attack coming down Gabriel Peck's side. From Mount Pleasant, the same. The left side seemed to be the point of emphasis, but it wasn't as unbalanced as the attack was for LA Galaxy, who really and truly favored that right-hand side, even though in the first half... Wait, is this right? Attacking thirds. Okay, average position. Peck. Howell, Marshall, and Phillips. So yeah, Concacaf.com, nice thorough statistics that they give you. But yeah, real quick, I'll just do a quick player rating. So Shaquan Davis, I say Shaquan Davis gets about a 6. Had some decent stops, had some mishaps with his feet, but had some good stuff with his feet as well. Conceded 3, but probably could have been a little more. So I'll say, well, could he have done better on one of them? It was kind of left out to dry on that last one when the rebound scored. Okay, I'm not gonna kill him with that one. I don't think he could have done much about the first pet goal either. So yeah, I'll give Davis a 6. Kyle Ming, I'll probably give him a 6 as well. Thought he was decent. I just think in possession he leaves a lot to be desired. Sometimes he has the passing option, doesn't take it right away, ends up kind of panicking a bit in possession, and usually ends up rolling it towards the right touchline and booting it down the right touchline. So just need him to have more confidence to play his passes in centrally. um, from time to time. But I thought defensively he was good with a 6. I think Cummins um, tired towards the end. You could see that he's not been maybe playing a lot of games full 90 minutes of late. Looked to be dragging a bit towards the end of the game. But I thought he probably deserves about a 5.5, maybe just a little less than Ming. I thought Ming was more influential defensively, personally. But I think he kind of took some bad angles towards the end of the game, especially on that first pick goal. So I'll knock him a half point there. So 5.5 for Cummins, just underneath what Ming would have gotten. I thought Irving was decent in the game. Even though Peck got away for 2 goals, I think for the most part he was quieter this day than the first leg. So I have to give him some credit there. So I'll say Irving probably gets about a 5. Demario Phillips, willing for sure. Played a good pass over the top to Warner Brown that had him round the goalkeeper, but not often enough did he play good passes. So I'll have to say Irving deserves a little more than him. So I'll say Demario Phillips gets like a 4, 4.5. I'll say a 4. Then moving into midfield, Clifford Thomas maybe didn't influence the game as much as I would have thought. But you can see the difference of having him in there for longer stretches. Mount Pleasant was able to keep the ball. So yeah, I think he's a big part of that, just being present and being calming in that midfield. So I'll give Clifford Thomas a 5.5. Actually, I'll give him a 6. Then we have Jabari Howell. I'll give Jabari Howell a 5. Thought he tried, had showed some endeavor, but just could not really get into the game like you would have wanted him to. Alex Marshall, I think he definitely gets knocked off about a half point in the second half because he was so anonymous. But that first half, I had him up to a 7.57. So I'll knock off a point and give him probably a 7 overall on the day. Then we have Joshan Anglin. Until he kind of looked like he was cramping up towards the end. Definitely never stopped running. Tried to plug the gaps as best he could. But again, on the ball, would love to see better quality. But work rate, good engine. I'll probably give him a 5.5. Raheem Edwards made some questionable decisions in the final third with some shots when he could have maybe played that extra pass. Did get a half chance that he put on target, but was saved in the second half. Tried again, but not effective enough. I'll give him a 5. And Warner Brown, I think, deserves a little more than him. So I'll say Warner Brown gets a 5.5 to a 6. The subs, I don't think were on long enough to really influence the game. I think Judy came on 65th minute. That's a good stretch of time. I thought he was okay, average, probably a 4. Daniel Green didn't influence the game much when he came on. I'll say Green gets like a 4.5. Interville, probably the same. Looked like he was energetic, but didn't do much. I'll give him a 4.5. And Bradford barely kind of touched the ball. I'd say about a 4 or 4.5. So, yeah, that's it for Mount Pleasant as far as a quick player ratings are concerned. But basically, people, what this shows us is that the levels need adjusting. The levels need work. One said it best when he said, look, it's going to take proper planning, investment, and development to get this thing changed over. All right. So people they need to just put in the work, and we need to be there and hold them accountable. Make sure that, when they tell us that they're putting and implementing in these programs, that we hold their hands to the wheel and we make sure that, what they said you were going to do 2 months ago. What's the progress on it? We need to make sure we're doing those things, because without that, they could lose their way very easily. All right. The Mall say a good step in the right direction for Cavalier and now Mount Pleasant. More games like these can only benefit our football development and provide exposure. 62% is poor in the opposition half, in my opinion. Looks like they can only pass it across the back when there's no pressure on the ball. Very much so, 1-1. It's a staple of Jamaican teams, even at the national level. Our passing rate and accuracy goes down tenfold once we get into the opposition half. Respect for the super chat, 1-1. Thanks for the support, my brother. £5 on the board. Respect and thanks is due. Mount Pleasant have a decent squad. I think that squad can be worked with and do better. Yeah, look, I think I just wish Mount Pleasant had more chances to test themselves against this type of opposition, because I honestly feel like playing week in and week out in the JPL is not going to be challenging enough for a squad like this. Yeah, this year they might not be top of the table, but look, I think there's a lot of factors that cause that. I don't think they have really played their strongest team in a lot of the fixtures this season. So yeah, they need to get challenged more. So we need more Mr. Goulds in Jamaica taking over teams, having the buying power to really build a squad as strong as Mount Pleasant. Because even a Cavalier who was there last year, they've gone into full rebuild mode because that's their model. They can't really keep the same players year to year. So, you know, it's good to see Montego Bay United with some investment in the club this year, making some moves, have a very strong squad with decent depth. They are look poised to be one of the top teams going into the playoffs this year. They're leading the table right now. So long may that continue. We need more clubs and more owners that have that spending power to really invest into the league. Because like one says, planning, development, and investment, those are going to be the keys. And it takes cash to care, so we need more cash into the ball game and more investment into the teams. All right. So people, thanks again for tuning in. 129 of you in the building, still holding strong, listening to the reasoning, but not much more to reason on. Just need a drawing board to go back to and work. All right, people. Over 2 legs, LA Galaxy 6, Mount Pleasant nil, and it's back to the drawing board again for the JPL as it is concerned in the Concacaf Champions Cup. Again, respect to Woon for the super chat and respect to each and every one of you that tuned in tonight. Let me see if we hit our likes target. We are getting closer. We're on 85 likes, people. So on the way out, there's 130 of you still here. Please, on the way out, hit that like button. We just got to 86. That means 14 more of you. Just do the right thing and we'll get to 100 likes for this wonderful watch along video. All right, everybody stay safe. Anybody that's going to be around in about, I'd say, an hour, a little more than that, I will be back for the EPL preview show. We're going to break down all things EPL going into match week 31. And of course, we'll have a segment for the Carabao Cup final preview, people. Manchester City and Arsenal playing for the first trophy of the English football season. All right, people, big up on yourselves. And thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Jason Gooner. This is Jason Gooner TV. And until next time, stay safe, people. Big up on yourselves. We're out.